Whoa! Welcome back, everybody. It's been a minute, but I needed this. I needed it bad. I needed an interview, and we have DKD out of nowhere. Some of you might know who he is. Some of you may not in our culture community, but you need to get hip to him because he's got a handful of songs that just do something to you. And for some of you out there, alternatively, you might find more of his music even more enticing. At any rate, I am Wiggles for those of you that don't know who I am, and this is Getting to Know the Artist. How is it going, man?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. It's cold outside, but it's warm in here, and that's what matters.
Right.
Welcome to the show. And how's your night? How?
I just been chilling. I haven't done much today. The
Yeah.
snowstorm kind of, you know,
Dougaletti teasy.
because I'm in North Carolina on the East Coast, so
Ooh.
the snowstorm has I've been stuck in the house pretty much.
Yeah, we got like 9 inches over here in Indiana, but I'm guessing y'all might have got that or a little more.
Yeah, it was like a foot.
Jesus, that is
Yeah,
so crazy.
yeah.
TZ, I love you so much. Thank you for hopping in the chat, spamming it up and whatnot. Spamly in this bitch. I love it. All right. I'm not gonna waste no time. We're gonna jump in with the first question, man. And that is, what is your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live now?
Well, my name is DKD, short for DrumKingDrew. Abysmal is also my DJ EDM producer name. So on all my platforms, I normally just put both. But I know, most people know me for DKD because I haven't been doing the EDM as much lately. And I still live in Reedsville.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Reedsville, North Carolina.
was was it just like home is home? There's no want to move, or do you plan to move at all, or?
I mean, if opportunities come along the way and that's what it takes, I have no problem.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, okay. The next question is, what inspired you to start making music? What was the switch that was like, I think I want to do this and I'm going to take it serious?
I'd have to say it was about late 2009, 2010. That was when I first started playing Guitar Hero. And then when Rock Band came out, I started playing the drums. That's where the name Drum King Drew came from. Um, the first I've been on the music journey for 16 years now. My first 8 years, I only played double bass drums. Then I started learning guitar. Then I started practicing my vocals, like primarily screaming, because as you can see, I have on the Whitechapel shirt. I was very big into like just metal the first half, and I mean, really, it was Guitar Hero and Rock Band that got me into music, and I got so good at the game, I bought a real drum set in
No
2000.
shit.
Yeah, I bought a real drum set in 2011, and I mean, the rest was history after that.
Hell yeah. I'd see that's a first. Anybody watches this on the replay or watching now, who
Yeah,
have you ever heard took up actually getting into music from a video game?
yeah.
That's wow. Good on you. Okay, so then who do you look up to in the music industry? Who do you draw from, if at all?
Well, my favorite artist is Tech Nine, so I would have to say, I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with him at this point. He has a whole discography of a whole range of different types of music. And I'd say some of my favorite bands, Whitechapel. My favorite metal band of all time, though, is All Shall Perish. Um, I was really big into Suicide Silence, Fit for an Autopsy, After the Burial. Those were some of my big inspirations when I was starting up. But I'd have to say Tech Nine more so than everybody.
Yeah, he is legendary. He played the Gathering this year. Well, this past year. Are you familiar with our Gathering of the Juggalos?
Yes, I've never been to one, but yeah, I know it's like y'all's annual. They do it once
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
right, right.
Yeah.
So he was there this last year, and he's been a few times before.
Yeah.
Him along with King ISO. That
Oh
was
yeah,
really
bro.
cool.
ISO's in my top six artists of all time. I love
And
ISO.
and he's about to be at Juggalo, Ohio 4. It's
I
gonna be
saw that.
lit,
Yeah, I saw
lit,
that.
boy.
Yeah, I love ISO. I love ISO.
Oh yeah. Bet. Okay. So my next question for you then would be, are there any current projects in the works? Now, you just dropped a song, correct? One just got released?
Well, I just dropped an album Friday.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Late Nights in Tokyo. It's pretty much, I'd say released 8 singles before the album. Then there's 8 new songs on it, and then a couple of my songs from the last year and a half that I felt needed more attention since I went viral. I put those on there as well. So it's 26 tracks in total. I mean, that's really good for most people who haven't heard somebody. And there's metal songs on there. There's melodic rap on there. There's hard rap on there. It's a whole variety. It's different genres on it. A lot of
Yeah.
artists aren't doing that.
No, no. They usually genre a CD. I mean, they might be a little whatever, but no, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
I can fuck with it. That's that what is it? Now I'm drawing a blank and I wrote it down. I thought somewhere. What's the song that like, is your top song that viral all something matters or
yeah. All hopes lost. Nothing really
all hope's
matters.
lost. I don't know why I'm saying something matters. Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
song is freaking amazing, y'all. Look it up. And in fact, we're gonna have all his links and all that kind of stuff put in the description of this video after it goes live. But don't wait. Look up DKD on Spotify. I mean, that's my source to go to. He's
yep,
also on YouTube, I believe, probably
hmm,
Apple Music, all
yep,
music platforms. You can find this
yep.
man. Check him out for sure. Um, Next question that I have for you would be then, you said you've been making music for about what, 10, 15 years, something like that?
Uh, well, I'd say altogether the music journey started 16 years. For the first 8 years, I was heavy into just metal only. Like all I did was practice my drums every day. Then I was practicing guitar and practicing like my screaming.
Mm,
My early, if you go on my YouTube, my early videos, it's a lot of vocal covers and like, just pretty much covers and me playing drums and stuff. And then about the 8 year mark is when I started producing.
right.
And then I just started writing to get things off my chest. And then it turned into me producing my own beats, writing my own stuff, and then recording my own stuff. I've never been to a legit studio. I've learned how to mix and master everything myself, completely self-taught from years of YouTube tutorials and trial and error.
Nuh-uh, so you're one man team or whatever. You do everything on your own. You don't outsource typically.
Well, the last couple years, I haven't been producing beats like a lot of my earlier stuff. Every beat is me, but I wanted to focus more on getting better at my lyricism. So I
Right.
started. I have a couple producers that I do purchase from.
So then name one song that you have made so far that means something to you. Not necessarily, it don't have to be necessarily your famous, your top song, but a
Mhm.
song that means something to you for one reason or another. What would be like your favorite?
Um, I would have to say the first song I really wrote when I felt like I was really figuring out it's an older song called Solace. I recently uploaded all of my older albums to streaming platforms because they was only on SoundCloud before, and I actually put those up on there this week. So if anybody wants to check out that song Solace, it's on one of my albums called Recognition.
Okay.
I felt like when I wrote that, I was just the place I was at and everything. It just really explained everything I had been through in my life up until that point. So I'd say personally, Solace is one of my favorites.
All right, bet. Get back. Sorry. So music for 16 years now, roughly. You were pretty much you played an instrument, and then the other half you started actually singing and stuff like that. Realistically, where do you see yourself? in the music industry in 5 years then? What's your game plan or your 5 year game plan? What's your hope or from here, if I hit you up in 5 years and say, let's run it back, bro. What
Mhm.
happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the goal? Is this music thing just for fun, just for release? Or I mean, I guess the goal is always to make a dollar on it, but is that like the main goal you're fighting for? You would like to be independent on just your music earnings, or like, what's your 5 year game plan from here?
Yeah, I would definitely say that's the game plan. As much as I've done this, the people around me know how much time and effort I've put into this throughout all the years, and to finally have a breakthrough song and actually have thousands of people actually paying attention to my music now really means a lot to me.
Absolutely.
So
Um,
like
Go
I
ahead.
that's why I guess when I dropped that song in November and it just I wasn't expecting it. It just
It happened,
it's kind
bro.
of funny because it actually wasn't even meant to. I was saving it for the album, but the song I wanted to release wasn't ready. So I just released that one. And then 3 days later after posting it on TikTok, it just blew up. I've had a couple videos one video is over 200K views, and I have 2 others for it that are 100K views, plus all the other videos. It's hit over half a million views on TikTok.
Listen, you got that, and I hope you wouldn't take offense to it. You look like Ice Cube or somebody on NWA, and it's got that West Coast rap vibe, bro. That shit's wicked. Like it. I
Yeah,
don't know. To me, it is. It grabbed me, bro. I'm like, what? Like, I can pass up a song, whatever. Anybody can. You're doom scrolling on TikTok. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And you might accidentally not even know that you skipped something you liked. But
yeah.
like, it just, I don't know if it's a spot where you. And I got another question, but that's a sub. I'm glad that just made me think of this question. I'm like, man, I hope I don't forget to ask him that. I was talking to my old lady about it, but damn it. So my point is, it done something to people, and it's not just me. It's obviously that's the reaction. It's a good song. It's solid. It almost seems like it should have been made in the '90s.
Yeah,
When music was real and not
yeah.
all like mumbly and copycat and or '80s. So I don't know, something about it. Speaking of that song, let me just get that out of the way. That's definitely not in this list. This was just the chick voice at the beginning of that. What's
Mhm.
that? Who's that? Is that a feature? Is that just I don't know, some kind of sound free sound you got, or did you create like a female verse, or is that your voice like stretched to a high sound?
No, no, no. The producer that did the beat, his name's No Mercy.
Is no
And
mercy.
yeah, he put that there.
That's
Yeah.
solid, bro. Like I thought it was like real or whatever too. Everything about that song, it really just kind of grabs me. I'm like, ooh. And then you're not expecting when you kick in and that you start singing that verse, boy. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. So with the realistically, where do you stuff? I say that to lead into getting signed. Okay, some people say getting signed is a sellout. You wouldn't, would you sign with a label, or are you solo, independent? You're gonna be your own label. What's your viewpoint on labels and signing to a label versus being independent and underground?
Well, I'm very aware of the industry. I've done all of my knowledge on streaming platforms, their algorithms, and all of that. It's not that I'm opposed to being on a label. It's just y'all got to come at me correct if I am going to be on a label. I'm
Right.
not doing no 360 deal. Like I've seen some of these artists, but you have to build yourself up to the point where you have the leverage.
Right, right,
And a lot of people, that first person that hits them up, you know, they might put themselves in something that they can't get out of.
right.
So, and I've done everything independently myself up until this point. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I see so many people in the comments saying I need to be with G59 because, because that song has Suicide Boys top 5 and stuff like that. I see, so even today I saw people saying that, or I've had some people say I need to be on Strange because some of
Yeah,
my song a lot of my there's especially some of my older stuff, it takes a lot of inspiration from tech. So I mean, if anybody ever come at me, if they come at me correct, and I'm not opposed to it.
right. I know a
But
lot of people are like, nah, fuck that. Fuck a label forever. I'm on my own. They ain't getting none of my money,
no, I
but
mean it depends. I mean, it's a trade-off. I do think at the same time some of these labels are definitely taking advantage of people more than they should.
right,
But if business is business, like if it's right, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But if
right.
if
Make it
it's
make
not even
sense.
yeah, if it's not looking right, then count me out.
Okay, cool. What would you say your creative process to creating music is? Like, how do you get inspired to write a song? Is it strictly off of emotion? Do you got to be going through a day, or a little bit of everything? Or like, how do you like get yourself psyched up? Like, man, I need to make a track, or even if you already have some lyrics, but you're just too lazy to put them together. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's
Mm.
your
Um, it's a little bit of everything. I would say sometimes I just listen to, I guess, I try to find beats for the type of, I guess, song I want to do. And if a lot of times when I'm sitting there writing, I like to make deeper, darker stuff. Majority of my discography is that. I don't be making no uppity, happity, positive stuff. That's just not the type of music I really like to make. It's not that I'm always sad all the time. I can
right?
be
No,
I can be happy and I'm writing a sad ass song.
right.
So like sometimes when I'm just sitting there writing, I'll go back to I guess old things that I've gotten over to try to pull from those type of emotions to make a song. I mean,
Okay.
that's really what happened with All Hope's Lost. Like I just sat and I remember I just sat I got home from work and I was sitting in my driveway and I was drinking a little bit and I heard
Mhm.
that beat and I wrote that song in less than an hour.
No kidding.
And it's like I just I didn't expect anything from it. It's like it's really it's just
Sometimes
it
that's how it is. The
yeah,
ones you try so hard, you put so much effort, like for me, into a video, editing,
yeah,
tags, da 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 da, flop. Just
yeah,
put something out there,
yeah.
bullshit, and 200,000 views. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you
What?
really can't overthink it because there's been so many songs I did before that throughout the years where I felt this should have been the one that blew up.
Right.
The thing is when you're an artist, the market decides. You don't get to decide.
Right. Who's listening and what are they feeling at that moment and how are they
Exactly.
relating to what you're saying, if at all? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you're gonna
I
have your diehard fans eventually. They're just, listening to what's new for you, but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so I'd
absolutely.
I'd say that's one of the main things I sometimes I pull from like older things I've gotten over or I sometimes I might not even really be in the mood, but I'll just force myself to keep trying to work on the song. Sometimes you have to push through the writer's block or whatever the case may
Mm,
be.
right, exactly. And I actually had that written down, but you just said it. What do you do if you hit a creative block? But I mean, you just kind of got to make yourself to
Yeah,
get
I
over
don't
that
I
hump.
don't feel like I've ever really had writer's block. It's just when I've worked really hard on the album, I like to take a break. Like
Yeah.
since I just dropped that album Friday, whole month of February, I'm not trying to write. But
Right.
but when
Sit
March
back, let it get out there.
yeah, but when March hits, oh, I already have some stuff I'm working on.
He said, "Business ready for business in
Yeah,
March."
pretty
Dude,
much.
that's awesome. I'm seeing some people pop in here. Whoop whoop. Thank you very much. Please hit that like button. It's a small gesture from you, but a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It shoots it out. It gets us in front of more people. Even on the replay. If you watch this on the replay and you hit that like, YouTube might pick it up and throw it in front of somebody else. And this man deserves some new listeners. Um,
Hear that?
okay. What is something then you would tell someone new? trying to get into music today? Is it all hopes lost, or is there any advice to tell them?
The first thing I would probably say is not worry about everybody else's opinion of what you're creating,
Okay, yeah,
because I know for a long time that used to bother me. You're always worried about, you're trying when you're making a song, you're instead of you just doing enjoying the creative process, you're more worried about, are they going to like this one that's done? And you can't do that, because if you do that, you're only hindering yourself in the long run. The best thing for you to do as an artist is to just freely make music. Don't be trying to make it with the concern of it going viral, or it being your hit song, because that comes over time. It just comes naturally. Like
right.
you can't really just make that song. But all it takes is one. That's all it takes. Luckily, 16 years later, I finally had that one song.
Mm,
So like you can't be like holding everything to that. You have to just do the process, and trial and error, all the experience throughout the years. Eventually, you'll get to that point where you are making that good quality of music to where people will resonate with it.
Yeah, because then is it even fun if you're literally like telling yourself, "Oh, this has got to be you." It almost just sounds like I'm not an artist, so I don't know, but I am a digital creator. I do put out content. I do try to keep up with the what's in or what you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
that just goes back to sometimes you just got to put something out there for fun, just because whatever, and then it might be the one that gets you some traction or views, but
Yep.
that wouldn't seem like fun to me if I was worried about like, okay, I'm making this for no, you're making it for you. That's why you enjoyed from the start doing music or something about it that it done for you, not what it done for somebody else. So
Yep.
no, absolutely. That's an awesome answer. What is what does being a juggalo mean to you? No, sorry, that was a random one that I straight ass juggalos. There's a little jug humor, whoop whoop in the chat. Uh, no. Okay. So if not music, then because you had a different bringing to music, you said literally games kind of got you wanting to do it, which is cool. Because listen, I played Guitar Hero. I wasn't the greatest, and Rock Band I wasn't the greatest at, but I played it and it was the shit. But if not music, then what do you think you'd be doing though? Like you just be working a 9 to 5, or do you have another passion, talent, hobby that we don't know about?
Well, I I wouldn't say I'm the that great, but I would say compared to most people in the world, I'm a pretty high level fighting game player. When I'm not working on music, I really enjoy playing Tekken. I actually travel to offline major tournaments for Tekken.
My dude's a professional video gamer. Let's go.
Like if I'd say, like, if I was like when if I wasn't trying to pursue music, I would heavily be like playing Tekken, because I don't, you everybody knows who Eddie is in Tekken.
Okay, yeah.
Most people, like, I was one of the top when I haven't played Tekken in like 2 months since my song went viral, because I was focusing so much on the album. But before that, I was one of the top 500 Eddie players in the world.
Dang.
Yeah, and
I,
there's also a couple tournaments. A lot of people know the game Def Jam Fight for New York.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've also placed in top 8 at offline tournaments for that. I've placed 5th place 2 years ago at CEO. It's one of the 3 major offline tournaments. It's in Florida every year. I've placed in top 8 multiple times for Def Jam Fight for New York.
No
Um,
shit. That game was classic. That was
yeah,
like 2000s. When did that come out? That's been a minute.
yeah,
Like,
it came out a long time ago, but the biggest tournament for it is every year in Florida at CEO.
I didn't
And
know they had tournaments.
yeah, I played that. And 2 years ago I was 65th. I placed 65th out of like 700 some, like it was like 600-700 people in
God,
Tekken 8.
oh, that's crazy. Like I know they have Halo tournaments and stuff. I never knew they had that.
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah. I don't play shooting games. I'm really big into fighting games. I also went to I went to Japan to compete in a tournament too. I placed in like top 250 out of like 600-700 people.
Japan, bro, to play
Yeah.
video game. Man,
Yeah.
they're smart as shit. They're techie.
Well, I wouldn't go over there if I didn't feel I had a chance. But like, you know,
Nah.
the people that really play at that level, they're committed to the game the way I'm committed to my music, you
There we
know.
go.
So like, you know, I've just my music means more to me than that. But if I wasn't committed to the music the way I am, I would full
Man,
force be I'd be one of them for sure.
that is awesome. I'd never see this that's fresh. Okay, so you said you've heard of our family reunion called the Gathering of the Juggalos,
Mm.
but you have not been to one, correct?
I have not.
If invited, would you go and perform?
Absolutely. No
Mm,
question about it.
man.
Absolutely.
Some people actually would like, yeah, no, especially if it's not part of their, they're like, the shit y'all do showing buttholes and right. It's wild, but it's all love. We just embrace each other, you know.
No, absolutely. You know, Tech is my favorite artist, and you
Yeah,
know, like
right,
he's there. I have no reason not to go. I already know the type of music I do. I have so many different songs to pick from. If I had a
right.
set list on one of those stages,
I think
I know
you'd
they would
kill it.
embrace me.
And the thing of it is you could perform there. You just got to start telling your people on your social medias and stuff that, hey, recommend me for the gathering. And there's a whole website that they go to and email and say, I want DKD at the gathering for 2026. And you
Hmm,
could actually get that potential. Do you have
okay.
music videos, like real music videos? Because Jump Steady, he likes real music videos. He will check out your profiles, like, did they really do their due diligence, if you will, to check out the artists that we're suggesting, you know?
Yeah. I have one music video for All Hopes Lost.
Okay.
I dropped it like a couple days before the album came out. Last Friday. That's my first like real legit music video.
Right.
But it just was doing so well. I felt yeah, I got to do that. But it's a couple songs on the album I just released that I plan on doing music videos for as well. Like since I've had this breakthrough song, I'm doing things a lot more structured from here going forward.
Bet.
So definitely expect a couple music videos from the new album.
That's dope. If you could collaborate with any artist, mainstream or underground, maybe give us one or both of both, who would you collaborate with?
I'd have to put Tech Nine up there. He's my favorite artist of all time. Like I no
It's crazy.
nobody
He's underground, but he's so big. He might as well be like mainstream. Or is he
y-
technically mainstream now? No?
no, he's
No?
the number one. He as far as like sales and everything, he's the number one independent rapper for a reason.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not mainstream, but his name has gotten big enough to the point where you know
Mainstream people know him or know
yeah
of
he
him.
just he really paved the way for so many independent artists. And
Yeah.
it's crazy the empire that he's built. I'd have to say him and I don't know. Have you ever heard of Burgos?
No.
Burgos, he's a underground artist,
Would you put
and
him at your level or a little under or a little
no,
above?
he's definitely above me. He's definitely
Okay.
above me. He has a much bigger fan base than I do. But I've actually been talking to him recently, and we have something that will be in the works very soon.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what
yeah,
I like to hear. I like seeing collabs, especially collabs that you wouldn't think would, you know, work and then they make a freaking fire ass song or you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's really cool. Um have you ever met anyone famous to you? So I answered this question with I have met ICP and a lot of artists in VIP experiences at the Gathering and at concerts. I've met Ouija a handful of times backstage, stuff like that. But I also like to say I've met Polly Shore. So, have
Okay.
you met anyone famous to you?
Um, I did. I went to Maryland when Tech, ISO, and Hollywood Undead was touring together, and they told me if I sat out in the lobby, ISO would walk out eventually. And I sat out there, and he walked out there, and I bought all three of the albums he had released on Strange Music at the time. I bought them from his merch guy, and he signed all three of them for me.
That is
And
fucking dope.
yeah, and I had a quick exchange of words with him. I also met Johnny Craig. I don't know if you know him.
Johnny
He
Craig.
used to be the clean vocalist for Dance Gavin Dance,
I'm
Slaves.
still.
This is more in like the metal. This is like more in
And
like
that's.
metal core and like it's a whole different genre. I did meet him because I got VIP when his old band came through, the band he used to be in. So I did get to
Okay.
meet him. But other than that, I can't say I've really met anybody personally. But whenever Tech does another tour, I'm going to buy VIP, and I'm gonna
Listen,
check
I would love to and be like, look, I got your set list for you sign the shit.
it
But I don't know. I could imagine how much his shit costs. If it wasn't for the
Yeah.
gathering, I probably would never get gotten to go to or see a Tech concert because I know his shit's big. A lot of people go and his tickets are probably quite costly. He's filling up like stadiums and shit type
Well,
crowds and
I wouldn't say his tickets cost too much. Actually, out of every between like all the genres, me being in metal and everything, I've seen Tech Nine more than any artist ever. Most of
oh
his
yeah.
tickets are like $40 for general admission.
Oh shit, okay. I
Yeah,
just need him to
it's
come
never
closer
it's never
then.
been some between 40 60. That's like standard.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I mean, for any
Yeah,
good artist with a nice pre-lineup too, openers,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll be able to complete that one still, but nah, that's dope.
Oh yeah.
I just asked that question for your fans, bro, in the future, and maybe even now. You might not know it, but you're probably creating fans. And the whole
Oh yeah.
point of these interviews is hopefully somebody will find them. They may not get to have that VIP experience because they broke like me. They scrubby. They living in the streets,
Yeah.
so they can't pay even $40 may be $40, but then you got to pay. I live 3 hours away from the concert. Now, how much gas am I paying two
Right.
ways? And how much is so they get to, I like to hope they'll find this and feel relating to their favorite artist. Oh, he got to meet him. I met him. His favorite color, and speaking of that, what's your favorite color?
Crayola green.
Crayola green. I
Yeah.
like it. Mine's
Yeah.
red. And then
I like
probably
neon green. Any shade of green is fine, but my favorite is like Crayola green, grass green,
is that
pretty
like
much.
this color green?
That's a little too bright, but
Oh, okay.
that'll suffice. That will suffice.
Right.
Pretty much the color of grass, fresh
Oh,
grass. That's like my
uh,
favorite color.
Mud Digger, whoop whoop. What's up, homie? Welcome in. I appreciate you. Ask a random question for our friend DKD here. This dude's tight, and he's already given us a hell of an interview, and it's only been 33 minutes. Put one
Dang.
in the comments. Um, all right. What's your favorite domesticated and wild type animal?
Uh, I like cats a lot, but I like dogs more than cats.
Yeah.
Uh, and my favorite wild animal. I've never had nobody ask me that before. Um, I don't know. Kangaroos look kind of cool.
Them motherfuckers will fight you,
I
okay?
know, I know, I
So
know.
I'm with it. Um, and
I'd have to say probably kangaroo. They look badass, but I don't know if I ever get big enough where I can tour Australia, I'll go. But I don't know. They got a lot of poisonous stuff over there.
they do. Everything want to kill you in Australia. And I got some homies that actually live there, believe it or not. And they say it's really not that bad, but like all that stuff is more like out. land-ish. It's not necessarily inland, like some, but you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You just gotta know what to look out for. I mean, we got scorpions in America and, you know,
Right.
some snakes and shit that can kill you. And down there in Florida, boy, they got some creatures, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm kind of with you on that. I don't I've never been a cat person, but I like my cats, and they're like bobtailless cats or whatever. But I'm more of a
Yeah.
dog person, and pit bulls specifically.
Me
Um,
too. Me too.
for the wild type, man, I gotta go with the white tiger. That thing's not
Okay.
supposed to exist. It literally is not. And then it's so beautiful, it'll lure you in type shit, and they'll kill you. They ain't
Oh yeah.
fucking around, you know? Like, what? So
Yeah,
I
right,
like the
right, right,
tiger.
right, right, right. Hell yeah.
um, so yeah. Uh being in the underground scene, how do you try to separate yourself from other artists?
Um, I feel like I feel like the last, I'd probably say 2.5, 3 years is when I feel I had really found myself as far as making music. I feel like my last couple releases was when I don't know. I feel like I really found my, well, I know I make a lot of different music, but I felt like I really found my sound within the last 3 years, and it's very diverse compared to a lot of the artists, like local artists around me, because I live in Reedsville, North Carolina. It's Rockingham County. There's a lot of local artists in like a hour and a half radius, and a lot of them. I don't know, I'm not even trying to sound like I'm talking down on other artists, but they sound, some of them all sound the same.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
it's like I've never been like the type of, like, I guess, rapper to be like talking about money and bitches and like stuff like that. Like it's just not me.
Right.
It's not me. Like my, like if you go listen to my stuff, you'll hear like all everything I write is from like something I've been through, or pain, or like a very personal perspective, compared to a lot of local rappers. And I think most people can get what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm just very, everything you hear in my songs is me, my experiences, my pain, the things I've been through, the things I've overcame. And I don't just be making, like, I don't make music for the club.
Right.
I don't make stripper music. I don't make ass shaking music. I'm very,
It's raw. It's
it's
emotional music.
yeah, it's
It's
very direct.
release.
It's very
Yeah.
direct, and that's who I do this for. So I feel like in part that's probably where I best separate myself
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
a lot of local artists, especially like, I guess, people around me or in my scene.
I got you. Mud Digger in the chat said I used to live in North Carolina, Salisbury, Faith, Kannapolis, Concord areas. I don't
Okay, yeah,
know.
that's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
because I'm in Reedsville, so he's near Charlotte, and Charlotte's about a 2 hour drive from me.
and when I asked him to ask a random question, me and him relate on a side hobby of fish keeping. So he said, "Are you a
Yeah.
fish keeper, DKD?"
No, yeah, I saw that. No, I'm not. I'm not opposed to it. I used to go fishing a lot when I was younger, but
Yeah.
I don't have like a fish tank or anything. No, but
Right.
shit,
Nah, it's all
I
good.
wouldn't mind actually getting a fish tank once. You know,
Brother, chill. Once you get it all set up, don't go too overboard and just have something to look at.
I know
Give it
you
a
put one
name
thing
and
in
feed that
there.
shit. Yeah,
Put
you
one
want to
thing in
put
there, then
another.
put something else. I wouldn't mind having like a little piranha or something. I don't know. That'd be
Bro, I
cool.
had red belly piranhas. They're all right, especially when they eat, but they're kind of like otherwise dull. Like they have a bad rap. Now, don't get it twisted. Piranhas in the Amazon versus in your fish tank is a different environment, but they're
Yeah,
still cool aesthetically. You know what I'm saying? Seeing their little teeth but I'd rather have a guard. There's all kinds of different fish that they have
yeah.
that raw, bad, like badass type
If I
vibe
could
to
have
them.
like a pretty, like a big fish tank with like some squid or octopus in it, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely. He said I have a 30, a 125, and a 250. That 250, that's nice. Um, all right, back to you though. Not the fish, Mud Digger. Ask him artist questions, bruh. Um, okay, so what type of music did your parents listen to, and do you think it affected the type of music that you listen to and make today? And like, yeah, we'll stop at
um,
that.
I would say no. The type of music I make is very different compared to what my parents listen to. My mom listens to a lot of gospel, Prince, Mary J. Blige, stuff like that. My dad, I know his favorite artist is Jay Z.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, cool points went out the window for your dad. I'm fucking with your mom for Prince. The gospel, I don't know. That was my mom, but no.
Yeah, yeah. No, but they definitely support me 100%. You know,
Hell yeah.
my dad's one of the first to always comment or like my post every time I put something up.
That's
But no,
amazing.
definitely compared to like the type of music I release, no, definitely not.
Okay.
Completely different realms.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right. Do you have any siblings and do they support your music career at all?
Yeah, I have one brother. He watches my stuff. He keeps up with me. I don't really the type of stuff he listens to. I wouldn't say that's necessarily the type of stuff I make, but
Right.
yeah, I definitely got their support as well.
That's cool. I ask that and I say this usually always. I don't think the ones that we know, best or closest to us are obligated to listen to every single thing we do or put out there for me, every video. They're not obligated to watch it because they're there. They've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But when somebody you do know like that, like on their own shows like a special interest or support, there's nothing like it. That's untapped, man. That's like a day
Yep.
one fan that's been there from the beginning, and like you said, here you are 16 years later. Like, you can't touch that. That's beautiful too. So no, I just throw it in there to throw it in there. And that's cool that your family does, regardless at a level, support you, or you know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying. um all right. If you met the younger version of yourself, say 12, 13 years old, would you tell yourself anything at all?
Yes. I would tell them not to focus on other people in relationships and focus more on yourself. Because I
Yeah,
genuinely feel like if I didn't put the time into girlfriends, friendships, and some of the things I did in the past that aren't even here with me now, I feel
right.
like I would have had my breakthrough song sooner.
Absolutely.
Some
I
people
think,
aren't willing to say that. They say, they live life with no regrets, but
right,
for me,
vicariously.
fuck that. I definitely had some regrets, and I definitely feel like I put time and effort into people and things that wasn't doing the same for me
Yeah,
at the
wasted
same time
energy.
of me building this up. And if
Hmm.
I had just put all that to the side and kept doing this, like I've always been doing this. I never didn't grind. But,
Yeah,
like once I had that song breakthrough, it's like I was happy, I was overwhelmed, and I thought, a lot of different things came with it.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
like I always wondered because it got to a point where I was thinking, am I even going to get a song that really puts me out there? I've been doing this for so long, and I've seen some people who probably didn't even put in as much work as I have, and
right.
they had opportunities. And as an artist, they'll sit there and try to act like they don't feel some type of way about that, but that's a lie too. Like
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
lie. Like
You,
that's bullshit. Like if you put over 10 plus years in it and you don't never actually get to like make it like your thing or have like thousands of people actually paying attention to you, you're gonna
right.
feel some type of way about it. They don't want to admit that.
And
But
right, and a lot of people, I'm guessing, I'm sure, like, oh, well, it wasn't about that anyhow. I mean, however
yeah,
you want
yeah,
to
they
take
say it's
that
not about
bitterness,
that. But I was like, yeah,
but
it's
what are
easy
you
to say
doing?
that when you didn't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like that's bullshit. So
that
I
that
would say that that's definitely the main thing. Putting energy and resources into people who wasn't showing you the same thing in return.
and that
If
can
I
tie
had
back
cut
to
off those ties sooner, like I feel like things probably could have progressed faster than they have.
exactly, and that can tie back to that question. What would you tell somebody just coming into the scene now? Don't
Is
focus on nobody but you. Do it for you. Do it for your reasons, and pay attention to that wasted energy.
yes, because when you get the traction, I promise you, them people like if they're meant to be there, they'll still be there. Like
Right.
if they're like people that just popping up out the blue, just random as hell.
hmm
If it wasn't real, so like don't focus on distractions. Just focus on yourself more so than anything, and the good things will come quicker than later.
Absolutely. And now I'm curious to ask you this question. I've asked this question, folks, 180 some odd times, but I have never asked it to somebody that I'm sure he appreciated music. Don't let me make it seem like I'm being funny. I appreciate this man's answer. But I've never had nobody say they actually started from like playing a game and then that made them want to try to, you know, do an instrument and then which led to, hey, I want to try to actually sing for real.
Mhm.
But so then I asked this question, did the skill come natural or did you have to learn and practice? And what I mean by that is they say some people are born with a given talent, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, they just can do it. Other people have to go to a school or train or whatever, repetition a lot, and then they're equally competitive in whatever that thing is. So do you think it came natural once you started doing it, or it was definitely a learning curve throughout the whole ride?
Between me starting to play Guitar Hero, Rock Band, getting a drum set, learning how to produce beats, learning how to mix and master beats, then leaving the metal and the rap stuff behind and switching to the EDM scene, becoming a DJ, learning how to make EDM music, it is all practice. I don't
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody you might have you might have like this certain little talent in you where the things come more naturally, but any of the biggest artists, they didn't just start singing, they didn't pick up the guitar and just start shredding it. They didn't get on the drums and start going crazy. It was years and years and years of practice.
That's real.
And
And I go ahead.
there's just there's no there's no thing. I remember when I started playing Guitar Hero 2. That was the first one I ever played. I started playing on easy and I got good enough to where I got on expert. Then when Rock Band came out, I switched to the drums. I played that on easy. Used to fail songs on medium. You feel me? Like
Man.
not even good. And then it got to the point where like I could play like most songs, not the really crazy ones, but most songs on expert, and I could beat them. I was like, I want a real drum set. And that
Right.
like that's literally where that translated, and I just played drums for like 6, 7 years straight. That was it. That's where DKD comes from, Drum King Drew. Like that, like DKD is just my abbreviation from my real name. But like my name originates from years of just playing drums. Because my real name's Andrew, but I go by Drum King Drew or DKD.
Well, I
You know,
appreciate
so
you sharing that.
yeah, that's where it originates from. And abysmal is just my like if I'm a DJ or if I'm doing like my EDM stuff, that's my name for that. But anything else is just DKD. But I like it takes years of practice. Like nobody like you don't just like and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people they don't see that grind and all the work you put in. They just see the finished product.
Right.
You
And
know,
that's what
and
I was gonna add to that, and then you can continue. I didn't mean to cut
yeah.
you off.
No,
I
you're
think
good.
any artist that actually values their self, you know, takes their self seriously, probably practices regularly. You know, maybe not like advanced training practice, but you got to stay up on the, you know, the up and up and be good with, I don't know, like if you're lacking on ad libs or adverbs or, you know what I'm saying? Like you should be honing in on your craft so it's always you're ready, you know, and
Yeah, because a lot of the time that practice they put in, regardless of the genre of music they do, that's all behind the scenes.
yeah,
A lot of time you just see the finished product, and as a fan, you want to see the best of the finished product. You don't want to see
right.
the fuck ups. You don't want to see like all the stuff they went through to where you even saw this, what
Right,
it took to
right,
get that. And it's like you expected them to be like that at the beginning. And I don't care what type of music you listen to. I don't care. It don't country, metal, rap, opera. It
right,
don't like it don't matter. Like they put so much effort into that to get to that point where you heard what you heard,
right.
and that's why some artists they take it very personal when they spend all this time on doing something, and then some people just like to be negative on the internet,
Yeah.
and it's like
Online trolls.
yeah, yeah, like trolls and just stuff like that. It's like they don't know like the meaning behind your lyrics, what you went through when you was writing that, and all the hours and hours you put into recording that song, then mixing and mastering it, and then they just, people just care about the final product.
Right. And
You
then
know,
they're there to critique it.
yeah, and it's
You know?
sometimes like that's a good thing, but sometimes it can be detrimental to the artists themselves because like it just takes so much time to even get to that point where you're even good enough to people even want to acknowledge you.
Right.
And that's the main thing. And it's like as an artist, if you truly want this, you have to be willing to keep pushing through all of that and get to that point.
Right, right. Um Okay, I'm trying to keep it fresh here with something different. Ironically, you just answered. That's pretty cool. I like how that flow works. So, like, you answered one of the next questions, well, part of it without even knowing it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just ask this one real quick, and I'll let you know if you don't know. We're just right under an hour.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that time. Time is something we never get back. Facts. I appreciate you spending some time here.
Oh yeah. No
Uh,
problem.
the question technically was who or what inspired slash came up with your logo. If you have a logo that's identifiably yours, rather it's on a hat, a shirt, a hoodie, a car, or whatever. So we'll talk about that. Do you have a logo? But then it was also, and then how did you come up with your stage name, which you literally just said,
Oh
it's
yeah.
your name. The abysmal is
Abysmal.
what though? Abysmal?
Yeah. Yeah. That's my So I used to be in a two-man DJ duo named Famous. Me and one of my friends, DJ B Nasty. He goes by DJ Matty Ice now. We're still close, but we was like an EDM duo. We just we used to go to shows and like DJ together doing stuff like that, and I produced a lot of EDM music at that time. So at that couple year span, I was just focusing on EDM. I wasn't really doing like all the rap and all the the metal and all that stuff then.
Right.
And that's where Abysmal comes from after we split up and I went solo. um but DKD was always my rap name because like I said, my real name's Andrew, and I was people like back then. People always knew me for the drums. That was like my main thing was playing drums. I have a double bass drum set. It's right here in the room behind me. And yeah, that's pretty much where that came from. I have a logo for Abysmal. I don't have a certified logo for DKD, but I've been thinking really heavily lately on trying to get one.
I was
Um,
about to say, are you thinking about any remarketing or like combining them? Is that so? Now I know, like, because I've looked you up. I follow you on Spotify now. I think I even follow you on YouTube. But is it easier for somebody just to type DKD? Is that not the greatest search for analytics? Is it better if they type the whole name? Have you thought about a different stage name totally, or you've been that this long and that's what you're writing out as, or
yeah,
like
yeah. I've been like so like I'm actually about to look into copywriting DKD just so. nothing ever
Right,
can
right.
happen because, I mean, technically my name is Drum King Drew. It's just when I started posting on Spotify and everything, I just went by the abbreviation. But it would be a bunch of shit for me to go through and like if someone tried to claim it, then me like go through and like just spell my whole name out instead of using the abbreviation. That would just be a lot of extra work on me. So I'm looking into copywriting DKD soon.
Right,
Um, I wouldn't really plan on rebranding. I've went by that literally ever since I've started. You
right,
know,
right,
so like people that follow me, they know what the abbreviation means.
right.
And yeah, I guess I mean if you don't, you'll learn. I mean,
There you
I mean
go.
that's
No,
pretty much
yeah.
it. I mean
It,
that's pretty much it.
do you have merch?
I do not yet, but I am going to have some here very soon. And my album I just released, because I consider this like my really true breakthrough album. I actually am going to be doing a limited release of physicals where I signed every single one.
Oh, and where do they get that?
I don't have it fully set up yet, but it's something that's in the works. Trust you'll see it on all the platforms. I will be posting about it consistently. I'm going to do a limited press of like physical copies, and if I get rid of all those, then I'm going to print some more, and I also plan on doing some vinyls of it as well.
Man, I want a record player so bad, but I'm one that I collect physicals, man. It's like it's out of date
Yeah,
thing to do, but if I fuck with the artist, I want a physical CD. It just
yeah,
means more. I can listen, and sometimes the artists throw an extra song on the physical that you're not gonna find on the online version, and that's like a little,
and see,
gimme to
now
me.
that you say that, I didn't think about that, but there's actually a couple songs that was supposed to be on this album that didn't make it.
Listen, my
So
favorite artist right now outside of ICP is Ouija Mac. I don't know if you know who he is, but that's my dude. And he does that all the time. You can
okay.
expect there's probably a free song, if not two, or a free song and a little clippy, a little extra something,
Yeah.
vocal from him on there to us. Or so yeah, no, that's clever shit. That's marketing,
Yeah, I would
but
say probably by the end of April, I should have the physicals autographed by me, ready to ship out. And now that you mentioned that, yeah, I think I might put a couple exclusive tracks just on the physicals.
dude, that'd be dope.
Yeah,
All right, I'm down to just the last few questions before I typically do the game questions. We're not quite at that hour, like 4 minutes off. Are you still cool to run
yeah,
it? Or all right,
yeah.
I don't want to bore you, man. I don't,
No, 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 you good. I'm straight. I'm
All
straight. Let
right,
me hold on. Let me grab this white claw real quick.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm chilling.
All right. Okay, so 16 years in the whole just combined.
Hmm.
If you had to start it over from scratch right now, would you? And if you say, yeah, fuck it, would you follow the same thing that you done? Or would you literally, as I just said, almost rebrand yourself and go a different direction?
Would I start over? I'd have to say no.
Oh, he said no.
Yeah, I'd have to say no because I also like I guess in hindsight it's easier to say you would start over. I mean, I guess you could start over and do some things differently and maybe the process will speed up.
Right, like
Because
the
some
knowledge that
artists
you know
blow up quicker.
now, or yeah,
Yeah, some artists blow up quicker than others. Everybody's path isn't the same.
right,
But because I know like the first 8 years, I really just wanted to be a drummer in a band.
right,
Because
right,
like literally for like six, it was literally the first 5 years I just played double bass drums. Then I played guitar for 2 years, and then I practiced screaming and singing, like learning my metal vocals for 4 years before I ever even touched like making a beat or anything, doing any of the
right,
type of rapping stuff. So like
right. That's
I yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that in hindsight you'd start
right,
over.
you just don't know. You would almost like have to be like dependent on the situation. I don't know, like just I don't know what would have to happen for you to not be would have to stop or like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, which is a hypothetical question, but
Mm.
yeah,
I
I
I
get
would
it'd be
say I
difficult.
would really say mainly if I guess if I just knew a little more knowledge, probably the way I would promote things in my earlier years would have been better. I felt like
Okay.
that was the main thing because like they say it all the time. Music is like it's about like 10% talent and more like 90% promotion. Because
Mm-hmm.
let's be real, there's a lot of music that be blowing up that ain't even that good. They just promote it good.
Yep.
So someone can have music that's not even better than yours. You could have sit here and like really put a song together that's better than this artist, but this artist promotes it better. Who you
Listen,
th- who
a
like it
millie
comes
should
down to
not
that.
have had billions of listens.
Yeah, it's like
A
it comes
millie,
down
a
to
millie, a
promotion.
mill.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of artists like we've all heard music and we'd be like this sounds like shit.
Shit, but it's out there, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
but it's
everybody's
way
singing
up
it.
there.
They
Yeah, it
know,
comes down to promoting. So it's like at the end of the day, even if I don't like that person's music, I have to respect the grind that they put in on the other side of that because
right?
clearly they're doing something that I didn't do. So instead
Yeah,
of me sitting here hating, I need to take notes.
right.
And that's what I started doing in my later years. I feel like I took certain things from stuff I seen and I just kept building up and every song I kept releasing, it got a little more traction and then I just had that one song in November that just really changed everything for me.
Hell yeah. Speaking of merch, what is your go-to merch? So if you're going to a concert, whatever, whoever, what are you looking for when you go? Is it a jersey? Is it the shirt? Is it a hat or like a jacket? Like what do you like most in merch?
Normally shirts. When I go to metal shows, I got on the Whitechapel shirt. Everybody knows
Yeah.
Whitechapel. And everybody knows Whitechapel. Normally like the black, all black metal band tees. I would like to have a like like something like just something like this sort of like like a death metal shirt with like DKD on it with like some type of image on it,
Right.
stuff like this. Like that's kind of what I'm looking into, but mainly shirts. But I also if whatever CD they have on the table, I'll probably buy the CD too and
Right on.
buy the shirt. I don't really be buying hoodies or jackets, but I am gonna come out with some myself. But at this
You
point,
should.
my
I'm a hat guy, dude. Like hats,
yeah,
beanies, CDs. I do like hoodies in the winter because I hate the fucking cold. But
yeah,
throughout the summer, typically I'm not buying a hoodie. I'll have that one or two from my favorite artist, hoodie, and then that's that.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I would say probably in this day and age, hell, most cars don't even come with CD players in them anymore. That's
right.
why it's like
That's what I'm
CDs
saying.
are
It's an outdated thing, but it's not.
yeah,
I mean, that's the bread and butter. Like, and I know this not even being an artist. And I'm sure you probably maybe kind of know this side of this with royalties and all. I don't know. I don't need to know in your wallet, you know what I'm saying? But I generally know the gist of pay out to Spotify, YouTube, yada yada, whatever. And pound for pound, a CD, the artist gets that money. You know what
mhm.
I'm saying? Not Spotify, you get paid per 2,000 views, or you make a little sum, or so
It's
like
for Spotify specifically, it's about a every stream is a fourth to a half a penny.
right, you know what
And
I'm saying?
Apple Music is a little better. Theirs is about double. Um,
Right.
Tidal, as far as streaming platforms, Tidal pays the most per stream, but
Okay.
Apple
See.
Music definitely pays better than Spotify does. And once you can get your YouTube monetized, hell, I mean,
Yeah.
hell, that's honestly like compared to like the play per streams, YouTube is like your best bet, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm saying though, so then if you had physical CDs to sell and if people were just still buying them more appropriately and regularly, the
Right.
artist would receive more from that than you listening. Not that they don't want you listening to their music on platforms, that's
Yeah.
the going rate, but
Yeah.
that's as a fan, if I was an artist, if I had, merch and shit, I'd be like, buy my CD, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you,
Yeah, because if the CD's $15-$20, you gotta think as one person how many times I have to listen to that whole album for them to make $20. The
right.
it that's why it's like that one time buy at 20, is
Right.
so much better and upfront versus like how many times you have to listen to this album fully before I get 20.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you really care about the artist you listen to, folks, man, merch
Yeah,
is key.
that's why I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do 100
Swoop!
physicals, 100 physicals, and I'm gonna autograph all of them. If I
I'm
get rid of
getting
all
one of
those,
them
then
bitches.
hey.
Swill, you don't even know, but Swill's edition, even though he ignores me when I'm in his chat, I'm not gonna ignore him. I'm just kidding. That's my homie. He's Grandpa Swill. He does interviews and random shit on his stream, but
Oh
whoop
yeah,
whoop. That's the homie. That's all I was getting at. Swill, we need to buy this man's physical. Get it out there.
yeah.
Um
I'm definitely gonna do that.
Alrighty, man. So now I just got these little game questions, and they go pretty quick. And then there are like three also just little random questions. I wrap up with an outro. We'll get the hell out of here. I really do
All right.
appreciate it, man. It's
Oh
been
yeah.
real. We
Oh
eat
yeah.
bugs on my stream. Physical CDs are coming back. Man, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So the first either or question is the candy Twix or Reese's?
Mm. I might have to pick Snickers over both of them.
Ooh, there we go. And yeah, you can.
But between those two, between those two, I have to pick Twix.
Okay.
But
But yeah,
Snickers over both of
you can suggest that. I forgot to say that before I started.
them.
Um, and I'm gonna word this one differently because I always just and then somebody hits me with the middle one that I didn't add. So, what's your favorite season? Because I try to make it an either or. I pick summer or winter, and everybody's like fall, and I'm like, fuck, fall's my favorite shit too. So I'm
uh,
just gonna switch it to what's your favorite season.
I'm gonna have to say,
I fucking love you, Swill. Thank you.
I'm gonna have to say, I'll say summer. I wanted to say spring, but spring it'd be too much pollen, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Um.
swear to God, I like the build up to summer with spring, but the pollen is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. I don't like cold. I really hate this season we're in right now. But I do like
Yeah,
fall, like because that's hoodie weather. And
yeah,
again, one nice hoodie is okay, and
oh yeah,
so and I like the colors. I'm one with nature and all of that shit. So yeah.
oh
Um.
yeah.
Okay. So day or night?
I wouldn't say night as much as I be wanting to be a night owl, but I'm not a night owl as much as I used to be, so I'm gonna have to go with day.
Yeah, I hate mornings. Like I work mornings now, but if I could choose, I'd rather be on second or third shift or something. I
Oh,
just
oh,
I
you bring in second and third, then I got to change. Yeah, we definitely first shift. First shift. No, but see,
uh,
my issue with second shift is like those are all the hours in the day where you do stuff.
yeah,
I
but
don't want to be at work. I don't want to be at
yeah,
work from
and
like two
that's
to
why I
11.
like my first shift of, what I'm saying, 8 to 4.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
then you
no,
can do shit after or whatever, but like
yeah, that
waking
second
up
shift is
is a
terrible.
challenge for me. And like I could stay up all night, from let it be 7 p.m. till 5 in the morning when that sun starts to come out, and then let me go to bed,
No, but see, it's different when you're up overnight on your own terms.
Yeah.
I don't want to work third. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry. And second, it's like all those are like the active hours of the day for like everybody. I don't want to be at
Yeah.
work during the hours. I don't want to get off at 11 and like
Yeah.
the day's over. So
It's
yeah, as
right.
far
There's
as like
nothing to do. Go
you know,
home and go to bed. Stay up for 4 hours.
bro,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you,
Yeah. Or
telling
you
you.
go to bed and then you get up early as fuck the next day and you got that wonky ass like back and forth
Yeah,
schedule with it. Yeah.
yeah,
No.
absolutely not. First, like yeah, when you bring in work to it, yeah, daytime for sure.
Okay. Truck, SUV, or car?
Yeah, we gotta go with the car. Gotta
Okay.
go with the
Um,
car. I always go
I,
with the car. Truck.
we I,
Sometimes you need a truck, depending
right.
on a job. Though you
You
might need
can
that.
always haul something,
Yeah.
make a dollar. I always thought as like an artist, you would want at least an SUV for you, your crew, and equipment. But if you're just a
You're
one
right.
man
You're right.
time
You're right.
and a
You're right.
mic and an MP3, that's sometimes all you need too. So,
You're right. I wouldn't even think about that. Yeah, like a van, or hell, even getting like a Sprinter van. Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. You right. You right. You right.
Okay. You're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going for a movie night or roller skating?
She definitely would rather go roller skating. I feel like these women don't like to sit still for too long.
Man. All right. Bet.
Swear to God, they get all agitated. They be ready to go.
Right.
They don't want to sit. Most people don't even have intentions. But the way all social media set up nowadays, hell, not even just the girls, us too.
Yeah, 60
We can't. You
seconds,
can't
we're
even.
done.
Then, yeah, going to the movie, sitting there for 2 hours for that movie. You better really like that movie.
Right, because I done fell asleep and woke up twice.
I swear to God,
All
I'm
right.
telling you,
Pizza or pasta?
pizza.
Dang, that was quick. He said,
Yeah.
fuck pasta.
No, I mean,
Bet.
hold on. But you
You could
could.
have pizza
I've
pasta or
I've worked
pasta
at I've
pizza.
worked at Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's. I've worked at all three of the big three. You could make a pizza, put Alfredo sauce on it, and then put chicken and the pasta noodles on the
Mm.
pizza.
Listen, you heard of CC's Pizza? Is that what it's called? They got
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah, yeah,
kinds
yeah.
of
The buffet.
pizza.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have that
Oh
here.
man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, right.
Oh yeah. Hell
Case
yeah.
closed. This one's for like your fans. Which are you most active on? Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram. So about two and a half. I'm about to get back into this again. So 2.5 years ago, my Facebook got hacked. Um, I've did every damn thing I could to try to get it back, and they pretty much not helping me, and it makes me mad because like my whole music journey, Facebook was my biggest platform. I started
Right.
my Facebook in like 2010, 2011. All of that stuff is disabled. My
Yeah, because I
DKD
found
page,
your page or a page. I don't know if it's the
yes,
page.
that's what I was about to. So my personal page got banned, but my DKD page and my Abysmal page was connected to my personal. So both of my music pages on Facebook are stuck in limbo, and I can't access them and add to them because they was only connected to my personal Facebook, and my personal
Okay.
got disabled. I it just like so it was about 2.5, like 2 summers ago. A whole bunch of people just randomly got their pages like took away from them with no explanation and like disabled. It wasn't just me. Oh, out of everybody around me, it was only me. But there was a lot of people on the internet who went through the same shit,
Right, right.
and I haven't been able to get my Facebook back.
That
And
sucks, bro.
it really made me mad because like that, like I Facebook was my biggest platform for all these years. Like you can look up DKD on Facebook, you can
Mhm.
see that page. You look up Abysmal, it was my biggest following. I had 2,000 followers on there, and
So
that
then
was
I
a
wonder,
couple years
does
ago.
Facebook have the right to copyright if
I so
somebody
but see,
uses your song in their shit? Like, because
well,
it's your
if someone
shit.
if someone
Or do
uses
you
my song
still
on
get those
Facebook,
rights?
yeah, I'll still get paid for that. If someone use like if people are using my sound on Facebook, I'll still
Right,
get
and
the
reels and shit? Because I be
yeah.
using, artists'
Yeah, yeah,
music and
I'll get that, but like so like my Instagram is connected to my Abysmal page, so every time I post a reel
it
to my
goes to,
story, it
yeah.
goes there, but I can't even I see people are liking and commenting and I
But
can't
you
even
can't
see
see
it.
them.
Yeah. So
Man.
I do it for the publicity, but it's
Have you
like
thought about creating a new Facebook? It'd be
I've
worth it,
I
maybe?
did it more than once because so
Oh.
Facebook's terms and policies, if your page gets disabled, you can't have another one.
What about just a profile then? Like,
But
just
that's what I'm saying. Like my Abysmal and my DKD music pages, like a music page you just like on Facebook,
right.
they're locked behind my personal page that got disabled.
And so
So
you
if they don't give me my original like personal page back, I can't even access my music pages to keep updating on. So since my song went viral in November on TikTok, that's all I got is TikTok, Instagram, and my YouTube now.
That is so bogus.
I know, like, don't I
I'm gonna
and
promote you on Facebook, homie.
like it
I'm your
sucks, but like
silent
and
street
there's like a
team.
couple different things. So some people have actually like went to small claims court and like actually like did legal action and got their Facebook back. I think at this point that's what I'm gonna have to do because like now since I've had a song go viral, y'all actually cost me money, and I've actually spent hundreds of dollars on Facebook ads through my personal page.
Right.
So like at this point, y'all are actually kind of hindering me a little bit. Like it's really bullshit if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Cause like I remember I rode home from my friend's house. I opened Facebook and it said my page was disabled. So like if your page gets disabled on Facebook, I hope you never have to go through this or anybody watching. When it gets disabled, you get one chance to send in verification.
Right. I had a Facebook group and it got fucked up because somebody else chose to do it. One of my admins. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I know
No,
what
you're
you're
good.
about
You're
to
good.
say. And
You're
like,
good.
yeah, they give you one shot to reply and then send in your shit. If not, it's closed. It's
Yes.
you're
So
not getting
look
it
here.
back.
So
You can
here's
start
what
a
happened to
new
me
group,
though.
but you won't get that group and all those
Yeah.
members and all those,
But see,
you know.
this is what happened to me though. When I opened Facebook, whoever was on my account, they had already submitted. So when I opened my Facebook, I didn't even have a chance to like reclaim my shit. It just said my
Mm,
shit was, and then after 180 days, if you don't like figure it out, they say your account's permanently disabled. But that's actually not true. Some people have actually took legal action and got theirs back. I haven't took legal action yet, but since I've had this song blow up in
it might
November,
become worth
I
it.
like it like this is like, like I'm getting to the point now where, I'm not big head or anything, but I've went up musically a level.
No, I mean, get what's yours. I get paid
Yeah,
on
so like
Facebook and I ain't even nobody famous, bro. I
but
got like
like, it's
16.
it's just Facebook was my biggest platform, and it's like for me to have a song go viral, for me not to have that right now, it sucks. But to be fair, if I didn't lose my Facebook, I probably would have never started grinding the way I did on TikTok to make my song go viral. So at the same time,
Mm.
as much as it bothers me,
He
maybe it's
says,
not.
fuck Zuck,
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. I mean, pretty much. It's like because I was so hurt when that happened. Like I was very down
Listen,
about
but
that.
that's fucked up too because Facebook is Instagram. It's meta. So, like,
Exactly.
what?
I know that's what makes me mad too. And see, like you
But the
can't.
payout and shit is not the same. The analytic process on Instagram, I feel, in my opinion, is not the same as on Facebook, or at least like the
Not for
views,
me.
the
Not for me.
people.
My biggest following, all the people like that I went to school with and everybody in my area, they knew me from Facebook. Some people probably just thought I went off the fucking surface of the
Right,
fucking
like fell
planet
off
after
the
I lost my
map.
Facebook. Yeah, like
Right.
it literally was my biggest platform. But at the same time, if I still had my Facebook, would I have been posting as much as I was on TikTok to get this song to go viral?
Right.
So it's like
Uh-huh.
in hindsight, it's like, damn, I wish I still had it. But I've also learned that my
Some
music can still do good without Facebook.
exactly. And
But it,
honestly,
it that man, I like anybody that ever goes through that, like it was such BS. And you for you to even talk to customer support, you have to pay for the blue check.
yeah,
I paid for the blue check multiple times on
I'm
Instagram
not
to talk
paying
to
for
somebody.
it.
I paid for it. I paid for it multiple times just to talk to someone and got nowhere.
That's
So
crazy.
that's still something I'm fighting for, but I promise you, by the end of this year, and if we ever have another interview, I'm gonna be back on
That,
Facebook.
I'm gonna bring it up, and that actually the other part of that I was gonna ask again with the whole most active TikTok or Twitter. Do you obviously you're on TikTok, but do you post on Twitter at all?
I do. Originally, my Twitter was just for my gaming stuff, cause
Yeah,
my so if you can look up DKD, but I also on YouTube. So on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, all my stuff is combined.
I assume
I
you got
just
Threads too. Sorry, I just want to throw that in there.
I don't have Threads.
It's tied in with Instagram, and it's like a whole nother
Yeah.
platform.
I've seen it. I haven't got it, but I mean maybe I need to. There's no reason for me not to at this point. I have seen people posting on there, but so like before I had like my song go viral, I was consistently posting like, clips of me playing Tekken because Tekken is my main game. Like I was at a point where like I was making music, but I was heavily focused on like just practicing going to like offline, tournaments and stuff.
Listen, you're going to tournaments doing it. I believe you.
Yeah, so like,
That's crazy.
so like if you go on my TikTok and you like go down some videos before I had that viral song, you'll see a lot of Tekken. But like the last
Okay.
2 months, I've just been so heavily focused on the album. I haven't been gaming, but I was actually on the game early before our interview. First time in a while that I've been like back on the fighting game. So
Hell
I'm gonna be.
yeah.
But I would say I am on Twitter. You can type in drum. So my I have a separate YouTube for my gaming called Drum King Gaming, and then also
Mm-hmm.
just DKD. But on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, they're just combined together under DKD underscore abysmal.
Right, right.
Yeah,
All right. And we're gonna get all those links if I don't have them already, man. I
I
just
have a
well,
link tree. I have a link tree
okay.
I can send you.
Yep, that's what we need.
Yeah, they're all
Uh,
they're all in there together.
all right. Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Coke.
Let All right, that works. And a little for us juggalos, we like a thing called Fago. So you know about Fago, and do you like
Oh
it
yeah.
any certain flavor or it just
I'm very well aware of Fago. I know if you're at one of their shows, that shit's getting sprayed on you because of the
there we
front.
go, yeah.
Yeah. But
Fago break.
I know it's more popular. I know the drink itself is more popular in the Midwest.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't really have Fago
Where you
around
from?
here as
Like
much as
basic
like
flavors, if at all? Maybe a
I
little Fago grape pop or something.
I don't see. I don't like grape flavored stuff. I
I
don't.
it,
I would say if I was to get a Fago, it'd probably have to be don't. There's a fruit punch one, right?
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
Hawaii. It's a Wana. I can't say it, but yeah,
yeah,
it.
yeah. No, I'd say it'd probably be the fruit punch flavor one. But like, yeah, we don't really have Fago around here too much. It's been so many years since I've actually drunk a Fago.
Listen, I'm in the Midwest, but like where I lived for the longest time, that's what I'm saying. They had basic flavors, and what I call the basic flavors are like grape and root beer. You will typically find those Fagos
Mm.
like anywhere. If they're gonna have a Fago, they're gonna have like one of those flavors, or the lesser flavors. And there's like hundreds of Fago flavors, bro. It's really crazy. But we recently got a store called Pavies, and it's got like I done a video on my TikTok, and it actually kind of blew up from it. Like I done like this tour of all the Fago. It was fucking incredible, like in a good way. 60/40 and Arctic Sun are some of my favorites. Yeah, yeah, that's some good shit. That red pop, that's good. The Dreaming's kind of all right. My favorite Fago, I don't know if you've heard of it, is there's a firework. It's called Firework, and it's like that popsicle firework or whatever flavor, and like ice cold. It is.
Oh,
Uh,
it's supposed to be like the red,
yeah,
white,
the
blue
red, white,
together.
and blue.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
and
okay,
it's
okay.
it's bomb. That's my shit.
Yeah,
Um,
I ain't had that.
so, okay. You're you have to choose one or the other. Um, I've been asked why, but that just you don't have a choice. You either have to make a 3 mile walk in the rain,
Mm.
or you have to make a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided a little water and a couple shade spots so you don't dehydrate, of course.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna walk in the desert.
Oh yeah, he said fuck walking in the rain.
No, my two biggest pet peeves in the world is someone hanging up the phone on me and walking in wet ass clothes. I hate that shit with a passion. I do. Like if I'm walking and someone hits me with a water balloon, oh, I'm gonna be mad for the rest of the day until I change those clothes, bro. Like,
Duly noted.
I do not like wearing wet clothes. Something about it. I don't even have sensory issues, but that shit just bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I do not like that shit at all.
You had a different answer. Listen, I've done like 180 of these, and I probably can count on both hands. So it's probably been both hands now. But the number of people who pick the desert because they're like, "Fuck that!" Everybody picks the rain. They're like 3 miles in the rain. Let me
Hell
get it
no.
over with. I ain't doing
Kidding
no
me?
5 in the desert.
Absolutely not. I ain't walking
uh,
in no rain.
all right, man. You're given $5,000 cash money, but you got to pick one store and you got to spend it all immediately. This can be a well-known chain store like Walmart or Target, something like this, or this could be a local mom and pop shop store close to you, or even a known online store. But tell us what you're gonna get with that money.
I'm going to Guitar Center.
Oh shit.
I'm going to
Okay.
Guitar Center. Like I ain't about to go to Walmart or no grocery store or anything like that. I mean, if I was going to Walmart, I guess I'd be unless I'm buying a really good camera
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
I'm actually about to upgrade and get a new camera here soon. But other than that, I mean, the only thing at Walmart that I would truly spend that on is like a legit camera. But I feel like there's better places you could get a camera. So hell, I'd rather go to Best Buy with that
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I'd
So
say
what would you grab?
Guitar Center,
Would you
Guitar
buy
Center
you a
or
new
Best Buy.
guitar and an amp, or are you set there, or you would just is there anything that you're lacking in your studio that you would get, or
Well,
you
I'm actually here pretty soon. I'm actually about to start posting drum videos again.
okay.
I haven't said anything to nobody about this yet, but yeah, I
You
want
heard
to
it
show
here
people my
first.
yeah I want to show people my roots and where Drum King Drew really comes from. So you're gonna see me posting videos of me playing drums on Rock Band. You're gonna see videos of me playing my actual drum set again.
I think that's fresh as fuck. I
Yeah,
think
so
that
like
would
that.
be cool.
Yeah, along with like all the other videos you've been seeing me post lately, I want to start posting like
Do you
more
now? Do
drumming
you go
stuff.
live? Do you go live on any of your platforms like we're doing right now, and like actually hang out and talk to the people?
I haven't went live on TikTok since I went viral on there, but I'm setting up. I do when I stream the game, I'm streaming, but I'm
Right.
going to set up my TikTok and my Instagram so when I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, it's also streaming on those platforms as well.
Okay.
So yeah, sometimes I'll be just streaming, just talking about music. Sometimes I'm gonna be streaming playing Tekken. Sometimes I'm gonna be streaming playing, I might be playing Rock Band. Sometimes I
Right.
might just hell, I'm actually about to get this new camera set up so I can be
The
behind my drum set and streaming and people watch me playing live.
That's right, right,
Yeah.
exactly. Fuck
Yeah,
around, pause
this
for a
is all
minute,
stuff
talk
that
to
I've
them, and
yeah. Yeah, this is all stuff that I've been thinking very hard on since I went viral. So like this whole year expect you're going to see a lot more rather than me just releasing music and posting little videos of me doing my songs and stuff. You're going to see all
yeah,
that, all my roots, all my old drumming stuff. I want people to see that.
that's dope. I got 3 fill in the blank questions for you, man, and I got an outro. We'll get you out of here.
All right.
Again, thank you. The first fill in the blank question is my favorite vacation was blank. Now you told me you just went to China, so let's
No,
hear this.
Japan.
Japan, sorry.
I was in Tokyo for Evo Japan. Evo is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world. Mainly they do a couple different ones, but Evo Las Vegas is the biggest one every year. I'm actually going to Evo Las Vegas this year to play Tekken. But last year, last year I went to Evo Japan, and next year I'm going back to Evo Japan. But this year I'm going to Evo Las Vegas. So I would have to say Evo Japan was definitely my biggest one. Me and my brother went there for 2 weeks. We did so much shit before the tournament started. Like it was amazing. Like we was in Tokyo. We was in Tokyo for the most part.
That's that is awesome.
Cause
I couldn't
that's
even
why, like my
imagine.
new album's called Late Nights in Tokyo. Like
Mm.
my album cover was a picture that my brother took of me while we was walking around in Japan.
Did you like uh, not the and I don't not trying to be all like I know like again either in Japan or China there's a suicide forest. I'm not saying that, but did you get to see any like nature elements that inspired you for songs, or like I bet it's just a whole different world over there, like truly to be there and be looking around. I bet it's cleaner than our nasty ass country and you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
No, like
Like they
they don't
really
even have
care.
no, absolutely. They don't even have public trash cans like just sitting around. Like it
Crazy.
was like the outside is so it's just it's much more like
I'm not gonna say it's
green.
perfect there. They might
No,
even
no,
say
no,
that,
no.
but just visually, aesthetically,
Yes,
inspirationally,
yes.
like
Visually, it looks better. Like they definitely keep the maintenance up on like outside and stuff. Like you'll be walking in a district and it'll just be one restaurant that has like a one trash can just for them. And if you don't order from them, you can't even use the trash can. Like they don't just have stuff laying around on the ground and stuff.
right.
Like it was really amazing. And I would have to say, like, if anybody listens to my new album, there's a couple songs that the song titles take homage from Japan. You know,
Okay.
like the album's called Late Night in Tokyo's, but the intro song is also called Late Nights in Tokyo. Um,
Okay.
it was a couple it's and then also one of the pictures I took in Japan for my physical CDs, Imma use that on the back of the CD case showing all the track lists and everything. So that'll be something that is saved for the people that buy the physicals as well.
There we go. Trevor Tanner, whoop whoop. You're coming in at the last three fill in the blank questions. But if you have a question for him real quick and you want to throw it in the chat, I'll go ahead and ask it to him. But I appreciate everybody in and out, popping in, stopping by. Be sure you're smashing that like button. We just wanted to shoot out and get in front of more people. Um, okay, the bicycle I remember most as a kid was blank.
Big Will.
Oh shit.
I had
Okay.
a I had a big wheel, but you know what was the Fisher Price, the red and yellow wagon?
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Come
It had a
on,
name.
everybody remembers that, the Fisher Price one where it's like the red bottom, but like the little yellow top on it.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
knows.
Yeah, the car, like the cart
The little
thing,
car,
or
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I had one of those, but as far as a bike when I was a kid, big wheel, definitely the big
Bro, you
wheel.
hit me with some nostalgia there. I was thinking like a Huffy or a mongoose or something.
Oh
You said the
no,
big
no,
wheel.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
That's cool. I just, and that's why I asked that question, because sadly I mean, I had my wrongs. I made my faults. The bike I owned most as a kid was probably stolen, is what I'm getting at.
Oh
But
yeah.
the bike I remember the most owning, my own mother buying or something like that. Like my first one, I think was like a Huffy Rocket or some shit. But then after that, it was like a mongoose, and I tried to have those pegs on it. You know, that was the shit. Otherwise, I didn't have no Haro or Dino or, again, I was a scrub, but
Yeah.
it is cool. So yeah, that's why I asked that question. And last but not least, the last fill in the blank question is the best part about the beach, freshwater or saltwater, is blank.
The calmness. I'm gonna have to pick the calmness. I have family that lives at the beach. I don't go there often, but when I do go to the beach, I feel like it's my moment to just be in peace.
Hmm.
I don't know. A lot of times people go to the beach and it's like I feel like when they go on like big family trips or stuff like that, it's like I don't know, it's a lot of noise. When I go to the beach, it's never really like that. It's like a very calm and like soothing experience the whole time I'm there.
Bet.
I don't know. Maybe it's not like that for some people, but for me, like
Listen. No,
man,
I'm feeling it. I'm vibing with how you're even
man,
putting it down. You know what
you
I'm
know,
saying?
because like I mean,
Yeah.
most of the time, like when I go to the beach, that's literally a getaway. Like no drama, no bullshit.
Listen, you
Keep all
saying
that.
that makes my answer sound less cheesy, but I haven't switched it up because it's how I feel. So for me, I expect most people to come on here. We're grown, tough men, or what the fuck ever, and whatever. Be like, I go for the bitches in bikinis.
Oh
Well,
hell no.
listen, bruh. The sights are nice. Me and my old lady
Oh
look at
yeah.
the sights together. That's
Oh
something
yeah,
we
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's not that. For me, it's stepping up to that water's edge and
Yeah.
realizing no matter what, you'll never be bigger or better or badder than Mother Nature. You're
Oh yeah.
humbled. I don't care how strong you are, you can drown in a teaspoon of water.
You
You
get
know what I'm
humble real
saying?
quick. Humble real quick.
Get grounded to earth. That ain't no hibbity jibbity bullshit. Take your shoes and socks off and go walk in some grass, bruh.
Yeah.
Go, maybe I don't necessarily hug the tree, but I might sit by it and talk to it in the woods, like that shit's relaxing to me. So yeah, when I go to the beach, it's that same thing. It's not, and I like how you said it about noise. Usually people are all like, ah, yeah, splashing about, yeah, whatever. And me,
Yeah.
I'm that dude over there just sitting on the
Yeah.
shoreline.
Or yeah, or sometimes people be
I
in
might
like
get in
the
the water, but like, yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Or sometimes people will like be in their crowds on the sand. Sometimes you just gotta be on the pier.
yeah,
Not all the time.
looking,
Sometimes
right,
you
yeah,
do you gotta go to the sand at least once while you're there. But sometimes maybe just being on the pier is just I don't know. Like
yeah,
it's been times where I've went and sat on the I've went because I have family that lives at the beach, so I can go stay with them whenever I want. And it's hell, the last time I went down there, I sat on the pier by myself and was writing a song.
man,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? Like it just puts you in a different it puts you in a certain mindset that you only can get being there.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm actually
just
about to go back down there in a couple months. So who
there
who
you
knows what
go.
the hell I'll write on that pier again.
There you go, man. That's amazing. Drew, I appreciate it, man. This has been real. This has
Oh yeah.
been cool.
Oh yeah. One
It's
thing you didn't ask me about. You didn't ask me about my contacts.
Oh my god, bro. Because I'm okay. So I'm used to it, but in a different sense, like a lot of juggalos wear contacts and shit. But
Yeah.
so, I mean, yeah, you wear them regularly, or because I'm 33 and I only just started trying to use them every now and again, like 6 months ago. So it was a
Mhm.
whole new experience trying to poke myself in the eye, get
Man,
over that whole
don't get me
feeling of like
started.
just it's
Yeah.
not gonna hurt, but you feel like it's gonna hurt, or
It's
then it drops or it flips over, bruh.
yeah.
Context is a whole nother level. I applaud anybody that incorporate it regularly into their daily expression or their band, their stage, performer, you know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? Like that's crazy work to do every day and shit. Like I need to
Yeah.
get some eye drops and my shit's all red after a while and I
Yeah.
can't wear them all that long.
I didn't do it during like all the metal only days. It was I didn't even start doing it when I started all the rap stuff. It was probably somewhere about 7 years ago, but it wasn't always like this at first. But man, I remember the first pair I got. I had a pair like some are bigger than others. So I had like this all black pair where if you put in like your whole iris and everything was all black.
The full blackout. Now I
Yeah,
heard, and I haven't tried those full in fills. I heard
yeah.
those are a little difficult, like putting in,
They're bigger and
compared to
they do
this.
it.
Yeah,
Are
I
are you
don't.
into anime? You watch Naruto?
My old lady's kind of into it. I don't. I'm not
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm not a hater, but I'm not. I don't a fan. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah,
just
well,
never
they
was.
they do because you in Naruto. There's a lot of different type of eyes and stuff. They have like some of the ones that cover your eye completely. They have a bunch of them other than the all black. But the first pair I ever bought was the all black. Never put a contact in my whole life. It took me an hour and a half to put one in.
Oh man, I got some that were all like pink with like it just
Man,
has this like green slit. Well, and it ain't the full eye though again, but still
yeah,
just that like
yeah.
that
There's three
spotted looking
different sizes.
adjusting is
Yeah,
crazy and
yeah.
lights.
Bro, yeah, there's three different sizes. There's like the ones that just fit on the iris will change the color, and then there's ones that are slightly bigger, and then there's the ones that will cover all the white completely. And my
Right.
first pair I ever bought was all black, covered the eye completely, and I was fighting for my life trying to put those in.
Right.
But it's because like
Man.
if you, especially if you never had to wear them for like actually making your eyesight better, and I never wore them my whole life.
Right.
So like
So
it's a whole like it if it was a pain in the ass.
I will
That's
ask you now
like
that you brought it up though, because as soon as I started, and I want to get more, I haven't mine recently in a minute. But is there a site that you like live by then recommend, or
yep.
because I know some of them can be cheap and they cut up, you can lose them in your eye, bro. They can like go behind your eye if you're trying to sleep with them, or
Well,
just
that's their fault
crazy.
for sleeping with them.
Well, yeah, I'm
You
just
shouldn't be
saying.
sleeping with them in for one, whether they're prescription or not. But
Right.
sclera lenses. So sclera is the company specifically that makes the all black ones.
Okay.
So like if even if you're on like a side website, they're getting outsourced from them, and they use them in like like TV. I know in like a lot of people like Supernatural. I've never watched
Yeah.
it. Like in Supernatural, there's some scenes where people have all black eyes. Those are the same contacts that they use on the TV show.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and but the all black ones, those are $80 a pair. Like when they cover your eye completely, they get expensive. You know, I've bought so many different kinds. Like my hair is black now, but I used to dye my hair. You know,
Yeah.
at one point, I used to have one half of my hair was red and the other half was blue, and I had a
I
red.
rock. I like that whole look. That's kind of dope.
Yeah. I used to have half of my hair was red, half was blue. Then I had a red contact and a blue contact. Not anymore. I have permanent black in my hair. I'm done with the dye. And then right before I went viral, I also cut my hair.
Oh
So it's like,
shit.
you know, like some of the stuff I did for like years, a lot of people didn't even notice, but you can see it in like some of my covers on like my singles or like one of my I guess album that a lot of people listened to before I actually went viral. The album cover shows me with a red and a blue contact, half hair, red and blue. So like, you know, there's definitely things, or sometimes on TikTok you'll see me post like old memories and stuff. You'll see me with red and blue hair.
Speaking of that, you need to post more just, I don't know, selfies. And I'm not in a weird way. When I was trying to find a picture for a thumbnail, bro, and like I
Yeah.
didn't want to seem like some fangirl hitting you up like, hey, I need a picture. Hey.
No.
So that's why I started kind of scanning your shit.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, well, what can I use? And I'm seeing album covers or pictures of you with other people in them. I'm like, where is one of my guy just by himself here? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No,
So
I used to go out in public and just because like my thing is I don't have a camera guy. So like, you know, all the reels you see me posting stuff, that's me with like my ring light. And then,
mm-hmm.
you know, I just edit in CapCut. Like I wish I had a camera guy like that. But normally I'll just go out in public and I'll just take a shit ton of pictures. And hell, there's so many pictures I don't even post, you know. It just
Right.
depends. But I'm definitely gonna get on that more because here lately I haven't really been doing a lot of pictures. I've just been between like work and like focus so hard on getting that album out. I
Right.
was just if I was like doing something in front of the camera, it was always me like recording for my reels and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But now that I'm taking a break on like actually like working on music, I'm definitely trying to get some more of that. I want to get some more pictures. I'm hoping to like get a professional photo shoot done here soon.
Right.
Um, and just I got a lot of stuff coming. I got a lot of stuff coming. So definitely
The
before the
wheels are
summer, just
turning.
to expect to you're going. There's going to be a lot of stuff now,
I'm
especially
here
since
for the
you know
ride.
after I've had this like breakthrough song and this new album.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He- Well, I like to end my streams the same way every time, man. It's gonna get a little weirder, I guess. Um, I like to tell people to tell somebody that they love them because you don't know who needs to hear that. And in this day and age, people need to hear that. And we're all just behind our egos and too afraid to just tell somebody, hey, man, if you need to talk, I'm here. I'll listen. I have an open ear. I love you. Embrace somebody. And if you can't tell a stranger you love them, then tell them Wiggles loves them, and tell them where to find me so I can tell them myself. You know what I'm saying? When I was homeless at 18, ain't nobody thought I was homeless. They just thought I was a dirty kid sitting on a park bench. Ain't nobody been like, hey, I can't give you no money, but I'll listen. That listening is what really matters. So don't always think of yourself, and just you know tell
Oh yeah.
somebody you love them, damn it. And
Oh yeah.
thank you
Well,
very
first
much.
I'll say but yeah, if anybody is ever looking for any good contacts, I would say is sclera dash lenses.com.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
that's I'd say that's the number one website. That's where I've got every pair of contacts you've ever seen me throughout any of my videos changed throughout the years. That's the best place to go.
I'm gonna have to check them out after
It's
this.
spelled SCLERA dash lenses.com. You'll see
Yeah.
these exact same ones on there, but since I went viral with these are probably the only pair I'm going to keep for now. Yeah, because in my
Smart.
music video too, like I have a music video for my viral song. They're in it too. So like I feel like these are the ones that I'm just going to keep going from here forward. But
Okay.
yeah, I've had so many people hit me up like since I went viral, telling me how much my music helps them, and all that. I've had people hit me up and have like full conversations, just like where
Out of
they're at
nowhere.
mentally. Yeah, like just where they're at mentally, things they've been dealing with in their life, and how much my music has helped them. I've had people tell me, I don't know, things that I didn't even expect people would ever really feel about my music, if I'm being completely honest. Like saying, since Juice World died, you're the best artist I've ever heard. You're the
Damn. There
Yeah.
you go.
I've had people tell me that. They're like, since Juice World, like you're my favorite underground rapper right now. Uh, I can't even think of everything right here on the spot, but like all of you, I appreciate you and I love you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all have no idea how much it means to me. I get it. People go through the things that I go through, and it's easy to not really look at it on that level because I'm just making stuff. But like the amount of support and like messages I've gotten over the last 2 months since I dropped that song has been nothing short of amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you to the
Yeah,
highest degree. Y'all have no idea.
absolutely.
Like it's really crazy. Like I have people tell me like just how much they're going through stuff, or like what like it could be like 2 bars in the song and they're like, I relate to this completely, or like it's been crazy. Like for people to even tell me that I'm like their favorite rapper right now is like that's just crazy. Like I genuinely don't even expect I don't expect to hear people say that to me, especially like after how long I've been doing this. Or
You earned it,
even
you know?
it might not even be. Sometimes I post a video for one of my metal songs, and it'll just be someone that just hears one of those, and they ain't even hear All Hope's Lost. Like I've had some people, every time I post a video, new people see it. So like some
Right.
first song isn't even the viral song. I've had some people that don't even like that song that much. They like my other stuff, you know?
Quit it. I'm gonna have to talk. No, I'm just kidding. That's cool. That's the shit about diversity and different genre, and like it it might not apply to somebody today, but
Yeah.
tomorrow it might.
Well,
Wait
see,
till they
but
go through
then that's
that.
also that's also the thing that comes with me being a multi-genre artist too.
Right.
You know, first impression is everything. So sometimes people might the first song they hear from me might be the song they don't even like, so they might not even go check out the rest of my other stuff. But there's not many artists that really have a catalog like mine. Like
There you
there's
go.
genuinely not. If you go through my whole new album, every there's literally about there's 26 songs on the album. At least out of every 4 and 5 songs, the vibe is completely different.
Yeah.
So if you're
I,
not
I
into
ain't gonna
that,
sit here and say I've listened to it like literally through every song, but I did
yeah,
skim through them just to kind of see where I was at. And I don't know off topic. I have them liked, and I'll even screenshot and show you or whatever. But I
yeah,
found a couple in that new album and shit that I'm like, wow, wait a
yeah,
minute. And
yeah,
then
that's
I just
yeah,
let it play recommended, and I'm like, ah, okay. So
yeah. And there's so many in there like that don't sound like All Hope's Lost.
yeah, yeah,
So many. And like I've literally had people comment on some of my stuff that say they don't even like that song like that much. I have some people that tag me, they like some of my, more melodic stuff, or like the
right,
songs that don't have that vibe, or people that like metal and they like the songs with me singing and screaming on 'em. So like,
right.
but I like doing that because I just enjoy making all types of music. Some people have told me since I've had that song go viral, I should stick to that sound only. But
Well,
I
I
did this.
told you you need to make something else like it. I think I did say, but I want to
Yeah.
say stick to
Yeah, I'm
just
I'm
it.
I'm leaning I'm leaning more in that vibe. See, like the whole album was already set up to the point where I couldn't just drop the album with it just sounding like that.
Yeah,
But I am like from here going forward, I am going to lean into that vibe more. But I don't ever see me completely stopping doing all the other stuff. I've did it for so many years. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
do what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, what makes sense for, business or whatever. If you're trying to, I get to a point, you need to appease who you're trying. But truly, I think you take away from the quality of the song when you start shifting to, I think that whole 60-40, 60 should be what you want to do.
Yeah.
40 should be for the fan or, the money, the whatever you want to call that 40%. Because if you shift that, and it's about the money, then I don't think you give as much heart and quality or whatever into the songs that you're making because you're just putting it out there because, oh, this is what's popping or this
Yeah.
is what. So, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're onto
That's
something. I don't know how I just found you now, and maybe that's because of TikTok or the platform, or I don't know how long you've been kicked off of Facebook. I gatekeeped my own music for a very, very long time. If the clowns didn't put them in front of me, or I didn't hear them on the radio, I wasn't listening to you 10 years ago or
yeah.
better. And that was selfish of me. And that's partial why I like to do these interviews because I feel like I owe it to people that I could have been day one fans for, and I missed that opportunity. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, I appreciate everybody that's found me recently. I
yeah,
can it's just it's really changed a lot. And I remember that day that because when that day that video blew up, I got like 120,000 views in one day.
bro,
Every time
woke
I opened
up, said
TikTok,
what?
or every time I would open TikTok and clear out my notifications, I'd open the app and like they was broken again.
Mhm.
It was crazy. It was so
Yeah,
crazy, and it's like I have been doing this for so long, and it's not that I didn't think my music was good or I didn't have the talent, because clearly around, like, especially in my area, I know I have more talent than a lot of artists. I'm not being big headed or nothing.
right, right,
I just didn't have that moment yet. And now that I've had it, is just very surreal. And I appreciate everybody that's listening to my music, whether you like my viral song or not. The fact that you even like something I'm coming out with, because I literally try to make different music for everybody. And that
absolutely,
what I've always been all these years, and that's what it
absolutely.
comes down to.
Folks, we're going to get his links. They're going to be in the description. You're going to be able to find him if you haven't already looked him up. It's as simple as just typing that DKD music, whatever,
Yeah,
and
if you
you'll start finding him.
Type in DKD because of my viral song and how it helped the algorithm. I promise that's all you got to type in, and it will pop up on any platform now.
And then you can find him on everything from there.
Yep,
I'm grateful that he took the time to come hang out with us. Thank you very much. That Jug Devin said I found him. Start listening. I like
yep,
that song you just mentioned. If you get a hold of me, I'll tell you my list that I was gonna show him.
yep.
He's got some good shit.
DKD Late Nights in Tokyo. That's my new album, Late Nights in Tokyo. If you want a true perspective, sound, or feeling of my music throughout my entire career, listen to my new album. There's metal songs on there. There's melodic rap on there with singing, sad lyrics. If you want some more of like Suicide Boys G59 vibe, that's all on there too, because that's what All Hope's Lost is. I
All
purposely
hope.
put a couple songs like that was just for the album release Friday. There's so much different stuff on there. 26 tracks, a whole bunch of different stuff to listen to.
For real,
And
y'all
then
go
of
listen
course
to it.
you got my other stuff as well, but I would highly recommend go listen to DKD Late Nights in Tokyo. You won't be
And for
disappointed.
4 people right at the end, thank you. I fucking love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Oh yeah.
And we're out of here. Whoop whoop.
Peace.